From LALATE News Headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big morning with a huge week upon us, and you know what's happening? Well, that consumer price index number for the month of August is being released by BLS on Tuesday at 8:30 a.m., and we'll have the huge details of why this impacts your benefits in today's recording. And we have major news going into that announcement. It's looking really good. Thursday, the latest jobless numbers will be released, and we'll have the latest details on that front. Plus, we'll be looking at that big week that continues with the producer price index on Wednesday and also the retail sales on Thursdays. The latest details on that earnings front as more companies continue to miss and downward guidance for the whole rest this year. But the great news for you is that there's now 16 categories of 4 stimulus checks in every U.S. state. I found them for you, and in this recording, we're going to go over these 16 categories. 100 to 200 checks and 100 to 200 to 300 thousands of dollars. How do you get them? You become a member. Go right in this video, become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. The first checks passed by the President of the United States by executive action in the month of March. Huge checks, A, B, and C, about $100,000 federal stimulus, and you qualify. We're going to go over those incredible checks. Stay to the second half as they heat up on today's morning's broadcast. Then Congress passing 7 new categories of checks, E through K. And then me finding for you L through Q, bringing us to 16 categories of checks. On top of that, a lifetime of stimulus if you're on benefits, $5,000. The latest details on that heating up today and heating up this big week. It's a big, major show and a lot of money at issue. Lifetime stimulus getting the major announcement on Tuesday. And this week, 16 categories, 100 to 200 checks, 100 to $300,000. Oh, baby, it's looking really good. Where's my bacon? Where's my bacon? It was looking really good until I realized the bacon's missing. Do we have bacon stimulus? We do not. Maybe that'll be stimulus B. But no, we already had stimulus B. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, the breaking news heats up right now, right this morning, as a big, bold, beautiful Mornings of Mornings LA gets underway from the shores of Santa Monica, California. The deliciousness starts right now. And good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. It is gorgeous here along the coast of Santa Monica, California, this beautiful September 2022. It is a major week. I think it's one of the most important weeks we have had on this channel for a long time. You know what's happening. We've been waiting for this for a very long time. It's Tuesday. Tuesday, September 13th, 8:30 a.m., the Consumer Price Index number for the month of August for the BLS is released. And this is big news for your raise of your benefits. Then all this week, we're going to go over those incredible 4 stimulus checks in every U.S. state. It is huge. 16 categories, 100 to 300 checks, 100 to $300,000. Wednesday continues as well when the producer price index is released. Then on Thursday, the retail sales and the new jobless numbers are released. And on Friday, the consumer confidence. Huge major details across the board. So much heating up. But I first want to go over this lifetime stimulus. Lifetime stimulus gets the biggest news you've seen of a generation this Tuesday. This is you if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, and veterans benefits. Your benefits are going up a lot. The question is how much? And this week we'll likely get that answer on the big numbers when they're released on Tuesday. The latest details you need to know heats up with that huge shocker of a number coming in on Tuesday. Lifetime stimulus. Once your benefits go up, they never go down. So let's say your benefits go up 10% this year, then that would be 10% a generation. And they go up 2% next year, they go up more on top of that. Why is Tuesday's number so important? Tuesday, as you know, we've been talking about this CPI on this channel since at least April. And on Tuesday, September 13th, 8:30 a.m., the consumer price index number for August is released by BLS, and this will be the second of three numbers that determines how much your benefits are going up a generation. The first number was released back on August 10th for July. The August number being released this Tuesday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And with that, let's jump right into the projections for the Tuesday number. And this is looking incredibly great. The Tuesday's projections are looking at the headline CPI flat, going down about 0.1%. That's not 1%, that's 0.1%. And then the core CPI, which includes, of course, the CPI-W, your benefits are gauged upon that, going up 0.3% for that core CPI, projected to go up on the Tuesday number. This is huge. When we look at the Wednesday number, we have the PPI being released by BLS, 0.1 decrease as well. And then the core PPI going up 0.3%. Wow, 2 days of great news for you. Thursday, you know what happens on Thursday. It's always the same thing. CPI, PPI, retail sales. Thursday's retail sales. That's September 15th. And the retail sales are expected to go up 0.2%. Wow, this is looking really good. Let's jump right into your raise of your benefits starting right now. Your benefits are definitely going up, the largest of a generation. Why? Because inflation has not settled down. We've been watching this on this channel since April. And the details today suggest that the major news heating this week on Tuesday may give you exactly what we wanted to hear. That inflation has not potentially gone down in that component parts. Let's go over how this impacts your benefits. First, your benefits are definitely going up. You, if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Rural Benefits, automatic, yes. Direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. Some of you $5,000, some of you less. Same percentage raise, absolutely. But it's dependent upon 3 months of data. And the second month of data, the August, there it is being released this week, September 13th, September 14th, September 13th at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is huge because if the projections are correct of what could be happening on Tuesday, then your benefits would have an enormous, great pair dance, victory dance. Let's go over where inflation has gone on this channel over the last few months. Back in April, I said I hope inflation stays high before they lock in your benefit raise because this is looking really good. Well, 8.6%, highest generation, May. July, June, what happened with June? 9.1%. July, 8.5%. And the projections for this Tuesday, 8.4%. So not much of a move at all. Great news for your benefits. Great news for your benefits. So when looking at the data, the Seniors League, when looking at that data release for July, back on August 10th, they said your benefits will go up 10.1% based upon an 8.5% CPI headline number. And what had you and I discussed over the last month? That when you look at the component parts, they're still going up. So this was looking really good. Component parts, of course, core CPI. What had you and I discussed over the last month? Milk and eggs, clearly flat, are going higher. Rent, clearly flat, are going higher. No one's cutting rent. No one's reducing rent. And then salaries were released just about 2 weeks ago, in that August payroll number showed it went up 0.3% month to month. Really great news. So all the component parts going up month to month. Now, gasoline is confusing for several reasons. One, gasoline may not be a critical part of the CPI-W, which is what your benefits are tied to. Your benefits are not tied to the headline number. They're tied to the component part, like the core CPI. And second, gasoline has been very confusing. Gasoline international price of Brent crude was 104, dropped down to 88 earlier this last week, then surged up to almost 99 going into this weekend. This is not, of course, the 3-day weekend. This is the week after the 3-day weekend. So gasoline's impact, very interesting. But you and I had looked at this and said, I think the Seniors League is being conservative on the number. I think it's going to be higher. Now, not 20%, not 15%, but higher than 10.1%. And today, well, if these projections are correct, the core CPI is gone up month to month, and that the Seniors League number may be undervalued. Exciting details across the board. You got to tune in to Tuesday for that CPI. You have to tune into Wednesday for that PPI, which of course is inflation. And you have to tune into Thursday for the retail sales, which is also inflation. This would be the second of 3 months, and after this, we have it locked in. It's looking really good. Congratulations. I recorded Afternoons LA just a few minutes ago. I thought to myself, and I said it on air, I didn't just think internally, I said it on air. Remember back in April when we used to talk about on this channel? And I said, I really hope your benefits get locked into this massive inflation now, before Jay Powell and company of the Federal Reserve get inflation down. I really hope you get the benefits lifetime of this massive inflation, because your benefits would be raised the largest of a generation because inflation is so high. And then we looked at the data and we said, wait a second, we just need this inflation to stay high in July, August, and September. Remember, your benefits are tied to something called COLA, and it's determined by the CPI for the month of July, August, and September. After that, you're locked in for a generation. And it's looking so good. I'm so excited for you. It's just heartwarming. This is more than SS200. This is more than SS300. This is more than fifth stimulus. This is everything we had ever hoped for. And the reality is happening. Remember, this is law. This is not a bill. This is not conjecture. This is not something Mitch can touch. This is law. And we just need to see the data. It's looking really good. Congratulations. Make sure you tune in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on the channel for the latest details when that is released. The other major story that you need to know, of course, is that stimulus. You need to get that stimulus because even with inflation, you got to have more stimulus in your wallet to afford the inflation. And let's go over that incredible stimulus across the board. Huge stimulus in every U.S. state, federal stimulus. I don't care what your governor does. I don't particularly like your governor. I don't know your governor. Because guess what? I'm not covering what your governor's doing. I'm covering federal stimulus from the federal government. It's not from your state. Don't ask me what's happening in my state because I don't cover your state. I cover the federal government. It's from the federal government. And yes, it's for you if you're on disabilities. Yes, it's for you if you're on SSI and SSDI. Let's go over the latest details across the board. The first 3 checks are $100,000. Checks A, B, and C passed by the President of the United States by executive action in the month of March. You qualify. Single individual, $75,000 or less, go get it. SSI, SSDI, go get it as well. If you're on benefits, go get it. Single, 75, married, 150, with children, without children, doesn't matter. Go get these incredible sums of money. Passed in March, views are beginning since the month of March. You go get them. This is huge money, and this is the first of 3 checks featured on this channel back in the month of March. You go in this video, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. That, my friends, is check A, B, and C. The first 3 of now 16 categories of stimulus found by me for you on this channel. The next 7 categories were passed by Congress about 4 weeks ago, were the subject of a primetime special on this channel because it was announced on a Sunday. Checks E through K, passed by Congress. We're going to go over all those incredible checks, E through K, that Congress did back nearly 4 weeks ago, and viewers have gotten them since. Then, every week since then, I have found for you 2 categories of checks each week. L and M 3 weeks ago, N and O last week, P and Q this week. And could I find you more checks coming up? Oh, baby. Now we have 100 to 300 checks in every U.S. state passed. You want to get these incredible checks. $100,000 to $300,000. That's the breaking news. You want to become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. Purple Power is awaiting you. Become a member to this incredible channel and get these now hundreds of checks, 100 to 300 checks, $100,000 to $300,000. And I'm going to show you how to get each of these incredible checks in the big second half. The other major story, of course, is that inflationary data that we're going to watch that comes in all this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But what had we have going into this week before that CPI was released? Well, we had the data for the milk and eggs, how much you're paying for in the markets. We went over that, the rent, the salaries. And then we had the personal consumption expenditure index released about 2 weeks ago. Salaries went up. And that PCE was basically flat, retail sales flat, PPI flat. It's looking really good for your benefits raises. Really looking great. Now, what are we also watching today on this channel for the breaking news? We're also watching on this channel today the latest details coming in from the housing industry. The housing industry is falling apart very quickly, left and right. The housing industry is basically suffering major recessionary pressures. Let's go over everything with that housing industry right now. Housing gets hurt early in a recession. Labor gets hurt later recession. New home starts down. Existing home sales down. Then builder confidence down. National Association of Home Builders basically says builders are not building. The new home building has basically stopped. Mortgage applications, you got to stay for the second half because I have a lot of assistance for you if you are in the home. Existing refi for mortgages down 80%. What about people who are trying to sell their homes? 1 in 5 home sellers cannot sell their homes. They've had to cut the price. What about the price that they eventually sell the homes at? 80% of them are below the list price 40% of them are below the sale price, average median sale price in America in 2019. So 40% cannot even get the sale price that they got in 2019. Compared to 2021, 14% of them can't even get that price. And then what's going on? Inventory is increasing. People can't sell the homes are staying on the market. Let's go over to the earnings recession. More companies continue to downward spiral as they miss on those targets. We'll be featuring more about those missing on those targets for those companies left and right. It started in the month of May and continues to grow every single day on this channel. And this, my friends, is why you have to get a forced stimulus check in every U.S. state, why you have to become a member. And one of the benefits of becoming a member is that membership newsletter. And that membership newsletter delivered Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And one of the great items in the newsletter are the worksheets. And we always have a big joke about this. Where are the worksheets? In the newsletter. Where are the worksheets? In the newsletter. Do it with a Long Island accent. Where are the worksheets? In the newsletter. Letter. Here we go. Here we go. The worksheets in the newsletter. Let's pull out those incredible worksheets. It's a PDF you can print out from your cell phone or computer, and they're incredible. What do we learn about the first page of the worksheets? Where are they? In the newsletter. The first page, inflation. Well, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, CPI, Wednesday, PPI, Thursday, retail sales. What do we know about that CPI, at least for the projections? They're saying that the headline number will come down, 0.1%. That means we'll go from 8.5 to 8.4. Big deal. That's flat. The core CPI going up month to month. Oh, baby, that's what we want, because that's great news for your raise of your benefits. Then when we go over recession, we are in a recession. 2 negative quarters of GDP growth. We are clearly in it. White House trying to tell you no, that's untrue. Employment falls apart at the end of a recession. And so you can't say there is no recession because employment's holding up. It falls apart at the end of recession. And the housing falls apart at the start of recession. Labor. Oh, we have some projections for that labor number. Thursday, the new jobless claims numbers are released. And what should we see on that front? The jobless claims numbers are released, and they had gone from 144 in April, 144,000 in April, all the way up to 260. Then came to 240 to 230. They were 222 last week. Projections say to 225. Remember, this is no bueno because it's still up from the 144 in April. Then, what do we know about the Federal Reserve? Okay. The Federal Reserve, in my projection, this is the last line of the worksheet, page 1. Federal Reserve, in my projection, will be doing interest rate spikes into the middle of 2023. You're hearing this only on this channel. You're not hearing this anywhere else American broadcasting today. And those interest rate spikes are likely to be 50 or 75 basis points. And that they will likely do 75 basis points in September all the way to December. The FOMC meeting is in 2 weeks from now. I got to tell you, in the big second half, we're going to go over why this is so important to know this. This is singularly one of the most important things to know on this channel after stimulus, the Federal Reserve, because no one else is getting it right except you and I. We'll go over the latest details on that in the big second half. The next page of the worksheets are huge because it's a place to keep track of all your incredible stimulus. How many stimulus checks do we have per category? Let's go over all that right now. Check A, one category, one check. Check B and C, one category, about 80 to 100 checks. In the case of check C, 12 places to reach out to. Check E through K, one category, one check. L through Q, collectively about one check for half of them, but the other half, several checks. Dragon, a longtime viewer, got $148,000 from this channel. Len Glenn got 12 months of utilities. The wonderful Frank Mancuso got 18 months of check B and got 18 months of utilities and got some cheaper internet. These are all success stories in the last few days. We've had 2 viewers who have gotten 14 months of rent last few days. Another viewer getting 12 months of utilities. We have Speller who got check A and check C. We have another viewer out of Florida who got check C, but not just, check B, but not just one check. 18 months of her mortgage and 18 months of her utilities. If that's 5 checks per month, that is 18 times 5. That is 80 to 100 checks. That is $80,000 to $100,000. Congratulations to her. When I look at this second page of the worksheet, I really encourage you to print out multiple copies. Why? Because when I made it, there was really only 20 checks on this channel, and that's why there's really only 20 rows. We now have 100, 200, 300 checks. I encourage you to print out multiple copies of this, and if you don't have a printer, just keep notes on a separate piece of paper. A lot of checks for you to get. 100, 200, 300 checks. 100, 200, $300,000. The next page of the worksheets are gasoline, your benefit raise, and also the latest details on this economy. I'll go over more about that on afternoons today at 3 o'clock, a brand new, big, bold show. But here is what you need to know, is that there is massive stimulus now available for you. 16 categories, 100, 300 checks, $100, $300,000. And there is not going to be any other stimulus anywhere else from anywhere else anytime soon. This is how you get stimulus right now. You have to pounce and go get it. You have to apply and get it. And my viewers have been doing since day one, since 2020. $600 check ain't going to cut it. $60,000 check will cut it. One check for one time, not going to cut it. Lots of checks over the next 2 years, that's going to cut it. 2 years of recession, absolutely. $600, $400, $1,200 checks doesn't cut it. You're not going to see these checks anywhere else because I'm the guy who goes through the research to find you your checks. I hunt high and low with a dedication to finding you new checks every week. And these checks are first come, first serve. So make sure you stay a member and renew a membership. And if you're new to this channel or have not found this channel till today, welcome. Remember, when you become a member of LATE 1, LATE 2, or LATE 3, you get the newsletter on all 3 channels. Meantime, jump over to LATE 2, which has a hit show now airing, Stimulus Live. Monday through Sunday, all throughout the day. Stimulus Live is great because of the ability to go over the latest details on your stimulus, and it's open for anyone to jump in the live chat. Don't have to be a member. Jump in there, and I'll see you there, and I'll interact with you across the board. Jump over to LATE 3, the 3rd channel of this broadcasting family that now airs the hit show Metaverse. One episode after another episode is being rolled out across the board. In the big second half, we're going to go over all these incredible checks. Checks A through Q for you to get. I'm going to go over each check one at a time. All you have to do is go into the video and become a member. You ready to see these sums of monies in your wallet? I bet you are. It's your opportunity and it's your day. We're going to go over all these big sums of money in the big second half. See you back in 60 seconds as the excitement continues on Mornings.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE.
And the excitement continues right now on a big, bold, beautiful morning. Welcome to all the new members who joined in the commercial break to the Purple Power family. Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP. In this big second half, we're going to go over all these incredible checks you deserve and have become law since the month of March. Let's recap where those checks are first to get us up to date on all this incredible sums of money. Stimulus was passed initially by the President of the United States in the month of March. A series of executive actions established Stimulus A, B, and C, as I affectionately name it on this channel, and you qualify. Stimulus A, B, and C is huge. It's about $100,000. It's federal stimulus from the federal government, not from your state, and it's huge. Done by executive action of Joseph Biden, you qualify. SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, with children, without children, rent, own, have children, not have children, across the land. Those incredible checks, A, B, and C, you go get them. How do you get them? You go on this video, become a member. Then we had the excitement that continued when new checks became law by Congress. 7 categories of checks, E through K. And then in recent days for the Purple Power, I have found stimuluses L, M, N, O, and P and Q. Let's go over each of the incredible checks, starting right now, of course, at the beginning with Stimulus A. Stimulus A is a $6,500 to fourth stimulus check in every U.S. state. Let's look at that incredible stimulus check A starting right now. $6,500 to $12,000. A fourth stimulus check in every U.S. state. Single individual, $75,000 less, go get it. Married couple, $150,000 less, go get it. How do you get it? You go under the video, become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. Get that incredible membership newsletter Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time via the YouTube alert system. And go down to where it says check A, click the link, and go get that incredible check. You're not done there yet. You're going to go get check B. Check A is the check that Spella got. Check B is the check that Frank Mancuso and the other viewer out of Florida got. And it's huge. $15,000 to $80,000. A lot of viewers are getting over $100,000. How do you get check B? You go under the video, become a member. Then go down where it says check B, click the link, and go in and get incredible sums of money. We're not done there yet. Go down to where you see check C for rent, utilities, mortgage assistance, and more. And you go down to where it says check C, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Casino VIP. Now remember, if you're an existing member, make sure you renew your membership because so many new checks are coming to this channel on a daily basis. You don't want to miss a check because if you do, because you're not a member, the checks may run out by the time you renew your membership. Keep your membership active. Don't let it lapse. Number 2, if you're new to this channel, welcome. Remember, you can become a member of LATE 1, LATE 2, or LATE 3. Any of the 3 broadcasting channels, as a broadcasting family, you get the same membership newsletter Monday through Friday. Go down and you see Check C. It tells you who to call, what to say, and how to say it. Check C predates for stimulus. I've gotten viewers $15 million on this channel since it launched in 2020, and a lot of it has been from Check C. Look at this. From Nisi all the way up to Elizabeth, if you want this money for Check C, then go get it. Huge sums of money. Then from Angela all the way up to Nancy, you want this for utilities? We'll go get Check C. Brock's brother-in-law got $15,000. Lynn Glenn got 12 months of utilities this last week. And then that same brother-in-law is getting $250,000 over 10 years for SNAP. Combinations of checks just keep on getting better. Here's Nisi. She was at $23,000. She went from $23,000 to $50,000. What happened after that? Well, Mark went from 32,000 to 166,000. He was 50. Then he went to 100. Then he got check B and once got 66,000. 166 for Mark. Then Lorraine, who's in all the live chats, she's at 105. She went to 155. That's what the Purple Hawks are doing. They're pouncing. Go under this video, become a member, subscribe, make sure you have all your alerts set to all on, and get ready for now the next round of checks, and they are checks E through K. E through K were found by me 4 weeks ago. Congress passed them in a special session on Sunday, and I had a special report in prime time as soon as they're announced. And those incredible checks, E through K, I'm going to go over right now. E is $7,500. F is $4,000. G is 30% off. H is $2,000. I is a whopping $8,000. J is $8,000. And K is $14,000. My goodness. We got more than that, Purple Hawks. You ready for the checks that I found for you? 3 weeks ago, I found for you checks L and M. L is $100,000 of average of loan interest-free money. And then M is $4,000 of free money grants for purchasing of a first home. Just huge. That's closing cost assistance. Just incredible. 2 weeks ago, I found you N and O. I don't think I've had a better stimulus for anyone on this channel than Stimulus N. This is the one that many people were asking about in the first week of this channel, and I have it again right now. Stimulus N is free internet, and in some cases, discounted internet. It gets better than that. Stimulus N also is $100 towards a brand new laptop, desktop, computer, or tablet. Many of the great tablets on the market are less than $100, so this is great news for you. Again, a brand new tablet. I got something for everyone on this channel. This is for veterans, SSI, SSDI, low income. It's just incredible. Here we go. You ready for Stimulus O? Stimulus O is just insane. Stimulus O is zero down payment, zero closing costs, no mortgage insurance, and no credit check. That is insane. Yes, it's for first-time home buyers. Now, that is Stimulus O. Get ready for the next ones coming that look a little similar, but they're a little bit different. Some people prefer one over another. Found by me for you this week is Stimulus P and Q. P and Q. Q is $8,000 of free money in closing costs. So not $4,000 from before. This is $8,000, so it's a lot more money. And then P is a nominal 3% down payment for a mortgage. But this one you can use for a refinance of an existing home. You can also use it for a middle-class home. You don't have to use it for a first-time home buyer. It can be for basically any type of home. Incredible, isn't that? That is Stimulus A through Q. And if the last two look a little bit similar amongst themselves, it's something new on this channel. I call it competing stimulus. Yes, when you look at L through Q, with the exception of the internet one and the free laptop one, they look similar, but they are different. One is for low income, one is for middle class. One is free, another one is a discount. One is more money on closing on free grant money. Another one is no credit check. Everything's a little bit different. I call it competing stimulus because they do similar things, but in different ways with a different eligibility. It's incredible. 16 categories, 100 300 checks, $100 $300,000, you qualify. Go right in this video, become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Parrot, Calcino VIP, and get these huge sums of money. This is the only stimulus that's out there. There is no other stimulus except this. You gotta apply for it. This is how it rocks and rolls right now. The other major story that we're watching this week, of course, is the Federal Reserve. The latest details on the Federal Reserve are huge because why? Wall Street has been ignoring the Federal Reserve left and right, and this could cause major problems for this economy. Let's take it back a notch and then go forward with it. In 2021, I was the only financial broadcaster to report and predict that the U.S. economy would have massive inflation of 8% and not temporary transitory. No one was dare saying that at the time. Federal Reserve and all Wall Street said 1 to 2% and temporary or transitory. They were wrong. Then, earlier this year, I said the Federal Reserve was not going to get inflation to 2% by the end of this year. That's what they said they were going to do. I said it was not going to happen. It's too far of a drop. And I said we're going to stay with that 8% for a while. We may only get inflation to 4%. Today, it looks very much like inflation is not going to get to 2% by the end of this year. Why? It's at 8.5% right now. It's not going to fall from 8.5 to 2 in just a 10-second drop. It takes a long time, and look how far we've moved it in 9 months. A half a percentage point in 9 months? Yes. Number 3, I was the only financial broadcaster to report that the Federal Reserve is going to do interest rate spikes the whole rest of this year. And what did Wall Street say? One more interest rate spike in September, and that's it. Wrong. I also said that the Federal Reserve is going to continue those interest rate spikes into next year. What is Wall Street saying? One more interest spike in September, and that's it. Wrong. And finally, I say that those inflationary pressures are going to stay with us into 2023, and we will not get that target inflation and 2% achieved until potentially the middle of next year, having to endure potentially 75 basis points from the Federal Reserve September through December this year. How can I make these projections? You could make the same projections as well. Is it that easy? It is that easy. Why is that? You want to repeat verbatim or analyze verbatim what the Federal Reserve is telling you. The Federal Reserve was established to give you guidance of what they do ahead of time. They don't want to shock the markets. They don't want to give uncertainty. So they said they have to stay with this until get inflation to 2%. They said it about 10 times over the last 7 days. 2% from 8.5 doesn't happen overnight. Interest rate spikes? Yes, they said they're going to do that as well. So there's only 2 possibilities, 50 or 75 basis points. Are we going to get to 2% by the end of this year? Of course not. Into next year? Yes, says Loretta Master. So this is very simple. What is Wall Street, the bond market, the housing market, the crypto market trying to tell you? The stock market trying to tell you, buy, 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 buy. Stocks are going to rally up because the Federal Reserve is done with those interest rate spikes. Oh boy, that has not worked. That has not worked. Stocks went straight down into June and then went back up when they were running that narrative until the Federal Reserve came in and clamped down and said, stop that false narrative. We're not done with those interest rate spikes. Stocks have gone back down to the lowest levels of the 52-week high. They're nearly 90% back down to those levels. Going over to the earnings situations. Companies are trying to, or at least the analysts analyzing the companies, are trying to tell you the company's going to survive in this. They're not. Number 3, people are trying to tell you spend, 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 and raise some debt. And imagine how bad that advice is. Even YouTubers, some of the channel owners are bragging about how much debt they're running up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Imagine a 75 basis point, or at least a 50 basis point increase from the Federal Reserve in September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. The mortgage rate in the U.S. economy has gone from a 3 to a 6% in less than 4 months. Imagine what will happen to credit card debt, car loan debt, adjustable rate mortgage debt. With interest rate spikes continuing over 6 to 10 more months, yes, this is no bueno. Housing industry, trying to tell you the housing industry is going to sustain itself. It's not, because no one's going to be able to afford a 7% mortgage. That's where we're going to. We're at 6% right now, up from 3%. No one's going to be able to sell that home, and no one's going to be able to buy the home. Housing recession definitely underway. Wall Street being told by the White House the U.S. economy is not in a recession because the labor market's holding up. The labor market falls apart at the end of recession. Ultimately, you're very smart. You've learned to earn. You're going to get as much stimulus as you can. You're going to build up that stimulus. You're going to remove all that debt in the household as quickly as you can. I've been saying this for a long time. Hopefully you've already removed it. But if you have any more of it, get rid of it right away. You're going to be conservative on your spending. You're not going to predict out based upon the events of today. So if you see the labor market good at the moment, don't think that it's going to stay good. If you see someone down the street has a job, you say, well, he has a job, she has a job, everything is fine. Don't presume that's going to stay that way. A 2-year recession, the heart of the recession happens later on, certainly in next year. A lot coming up today. We got a big noontime broadcast at 11 a.m. We have a 1 o'clock afternoons, and then a big brand new afternoons LATE at 3 o'clock. The shows continue with a 2 o'clock afternoons. We also have the evenings programming heating up with Evenings LA brand new every day at 5 o'clock. Then 6 o'clock countdown, 7 o'clock stream stimulus, 8 o'clock is extra. 9 o'clock is sunset, and the programming continues throughout the night before it returns the next day. Meantime, enjoy the shows on this channel and the other two channels. LALATE 1 has LALATE Live, airing 24/7. Jump in the live chat, engage with one another, and learn the breaking news of what's happening for your money today. Jump over to LALATE 2 to watch Stimulus Live, airing on LALATE 2. A link to LALATE 2 is in the description of this video. It's a second broadcasting channel, and LALATE 2 Stimulus Live is open for anyone to jump in that live chat, and I love interacting with you on that show. Over on LALATE 3, watch Metaverse, the hit show that everyone's talking about. Crypto King is back, baby. And we're having a lot of fun with cryptocurrency. Yes, Metaverse is a very important investment vehicle. Boy, so much coming up and so much to deal with. Big money. Go get this big sum of money. I want you to be the next success story. I want you to be the next success story. I want you to learn to earn. You've done so well. And continue to get those big sums of money. If you've gotten money, continue to get more money. And I will continue to find you more stimulus, as I do every week on this channel. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, God bless. Stay informed, stay focused. Don't forget to become a member. Go around this video and get ready to watch all the shows throughout the day. Subscribe, then hit that bell at the front of this channel and all two other channels as well to make sure you have your notifications set to all on so that you get that membership newsletter. And you get that membership newsletter via the YouTube alerts and get all those incredible stimulus. So much great news, and it's a great day starting just right now. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, stay informed, stay focused, have a beautiful day, and stay with LA for more.